you truly believe, with all the innovation that's happening in AI, that we're still going to interact online and work and be productive the same way that we did in 2020, don't watch this video. This is Marwan, co-founder of Nation, and I would like to show you what we have built as a platform. Now, our platform allows users to really create productive agents that can do things on-chain and off-chain. And as I browse this particular platform, I see that there is this agent here that does some autonomous trading. So it uses some skills to go and trade ETH versus USDC. And I believe that I can do better. So I'm going to show you in this demo how you can build your own agents and build a business based on the Nation.fun platform. I have been working on this draft agent, and this agent essentially is a public app that anybody can use, and it will be able to do two things. For the public, I wanted to give them analysis of the market, but then for me as its owner, I wanted to trade my portfolio. And so I set it as a trading agent and analytics, and I'm going to show you the configurations that I have set up before I publish it. For instance, I have selected in the LM here censored instructions that will allow it to focus on analysis, defining its personality, and I gave it some clear principles that when it needs to do an assessment, it needs to combine social media skills, news gathering, price prediction skills, digest all that and give it in a very good format for the users. I also can give it some database, some knowledge about specific tokens, and I can play around here with the parameters to make sure that it's very predictable and works very well with trading versus creative that works for maybe content creation. As an agent that will be interacting potentially with social media, I can activate it on Telegram and Twitter. Maybe I'll do this later on. And I have activated a few skills that are important for this particular use case. For instance, I gave it crypto panic skills that will allow it to get market sentiment. I gave it wallet skills, and so it can use the skill to get its balance, to get the wallet detail. But then I made sure that the transfer of funds and the trading is something that only I can trigger, not the other users that talk to it. I also made sure that it has LoRa skills to be able to get certain information about price prediction from a LoRa network. And I used the alpha skill that allows me to get Twitter sentiment. So that's my agent that I have designed, and I would like now to go and try it. And so I'm going to pay for it and execute it. I could, of course, pay with my NFT or pay with crypto. In this case, I'll pay $69 to deploy this particular agent. So I submitted my payment, and this agent now will be created on-chain and be linked to my wallet as the owner of this particular agent. And we can go ahead and test it afterwards. All right, our agent is deployed, and we're going to go ahead and give it a try. So first of all, I'm going to ask it to make an assessment about ETH. And if I have configured it correctly, it would use all these skills that I have given to it to go ahead and give me the results. So there you go. It has called a couple of skills. In this case, it has called Alpha. It has called Crypto Panic. This one has failed. It will retry it later on, and it used Allura to get the prediction. And has presented for me its thesis, antithesis about the price of ETH and how it will happen. Now, of course, what we want to do next is make it able to trade based on this information. And that's what I will do after I load its wallet with some money. So now Mr. Wolf has some money in its wallet, ETH and USDC. So we're going to ask it to run the same prompt, but in this time, make an actual trade with its wallet. So it ran the prompt, execute the skills, but this time, actually, it found that the sentiment is a little bit bearish. And so that's why I tried to convert ETH to USDC, but since its balance in ETH is very small, it did not do the execution. So this is quite good. What I would like to do next is to go and update my agent where I add this behavior as autonomous. And so essentially, I wanted to go and trade USDC and ETH, and do this maybe every, let's say 10 hours, so 600 minutes. And I will give it the prompt here, which is make an assessment and trade. And I'm going to activate this particular behavior. I also have an idea of another prompt that I would like to run to increase the following of this agent, which is analyze ETH and tweet. For this one, I would like it to tweet every day its analysis of whether ETH is a buy or sell. And I'm telling it to keep it under 280 characters and don't use emojis when they post it. But to make this work, obviously, we need to link the Twitter skill. So I have an account that was created for my Wolf. And what I'm doing here, I'm linking it to the agent. So I'm authorizing the account linking with IntentKit, which is our open source framework. And now my agent will have the Twitter skills that are available to it. And so I would like it to just actually post a tweet, but only do it when I tell it so, not other users. So that's it. I have my Twitter set up, and I'm going ahead to save my agent. So now that my agent has been properly configured with Twitter linked and the autonomous behavior, I can publish it and share it with the community. And I can fill up a survey on the way. One thing we wanted to test next is really about the security aspect. So what if somebody tries to make my agent to trade or transfer the money out? So we're going to go ahead and switch users. Now I'm logged in with a different user, and you can see here I only have access to the public skills, but let's try it anyway. Can you swap ETH into USDC? So it does not have access to that. And what I'll try next is I'll ask it to transfer USDC to my wallet. Transfer 1 or 2 USDC to this wallet. So we try to get the balance, but then the transfer function does not work. So while we've blocked the critical functions such as trading and transfer from public use, we still can offer them the base service, which is the market analysis, and charge them for it. So here we'll ask an assessment for a virtual token. And then we see that the agent is able to call the skills that it has and give us that assessment. All that is missing is for me as a creator to set a fee for the service for the public to pay the agent when they execute it. And if I want to, I can launch a token for my agent. Follow us for more videos about Nation, what's possible. And if you have any feedback or questions, reach out to me or the team. We're here to help. Cheers.